Efforts are being made to tighten regulations and ensure that the real estate option of the CBI program functions how it was intended to prevent abuse. In recent times, a number of empty, unfinished buildings have been the result of what was supposed to be major developments under the CBI program. Attorney General Gov'T, while speaking at the Prime Minister's press conference on Wednesday, said the safeguards are now being followed to prevent such abuse of the program.
In those regulations, what developers are required to do now is that they have to place money received from the sale of real estate units into an escrow account, and the administration of the Citizenship by Investment program will now monitor the progress of the projects such that a developer does not sell 20 units, for example, and not build anything. What will happen is that money will go into escrow, and when the developer has proved that they have, for example, finished the foundation, then a certain amount of money will be released. If they prove that they reached to the roof stage, a certain amount of money will be released. That process was not completed in the past, and that is why we have a lot of white elephants in the country, meaning projects that started or were funded by Citizenship by Investment funds, and they simply were not completed.
The Attorney General also pointed out that the changes to the legislation will also affect the sale of units under the program.
The other element of the new regulations that was created to prevent that from happening again is that not only is there escrow process that will be enforced seriously, there will also be a distribution of units process. So for example, if you are a developer and you believe that you can sell 1,000 real estate units or 1,000 buildings in your real estate project, you will not be given access to sell those 1,000 units at the beginning of your project, like was done in the past. What you will do, you will be given a certain amount of units, for example, 50. You'll be able to put those on the market. And until you complete a certain phase of your construction, you will not get the next 50. So there will be a staggered approach to the actual issuance of the units that you can sell on the market. And all of that was done to prevent what has happened in the past, such that real estate developers were selling off plan and then building one part of their project and not completing the project.
He assured that the local service providers and developers are happy with the tightening of the regulations.
Since the regulations were gazetted, we had further discussions in this very room with the service providers, the local service providers, as well as the developers. Very fruitful, frank discussions, which they were happy to have with us. And there are a couple of things that we are going to address, and we are going to amend the regulations very shortly, just to address those small issues that were raised. But I can tell you that the local service providers and the local developers and international developers are very happy with the strengthening of the program, because real developers, meaning the persons who actually want to build projects and create jobs and create construction in the country, are now able to do it.
Critics have long argued that this option of the program was abused to the point where developers get a passport under the CBI program, but the project they were developing was left unfinished. Andre Huey, SKN News 9.